Take this moment to slow down. Pause. Breathe. Are you waiting for something to change so that you can start living? Something to end? Something to appear? Someone to give you permission? Maybe life feels like a constant treadmill as you try to keep up with the never-ending list of obligations and responsibilities. As you woke up this morning, perhaps you wondered to yourself how you're here again already. What happened to yesterday? Gone in a blur, faded into memory. It seems that no matter how much you do, there is always something nagging. The thing you didn't get to, the extra mile you ought to have gone. You have a moment to yourself, a chance to pause and gather your thoughts. But like it often is, this moment of peace is soon interrupted, this time by a knock at the door. Here we go again, you think to yourself as you get up slowly, wearily, wondering what it could be this time. Tentatively, you open the door. There's someone standing there. They look familiar, but you don't know why. They smile at you with a knowing gaze. And there's a silence as you lock eyes. There's a softness. It should feel uncomfortable, but it doesn't. It's like they're looking right into you for a moment, and you feel seen. You feel calm. You feel safe. Can I help you? You eventually ask. They don't say anything, but hold out their hand, inviting you to follow them. I can't, you say. I've got so much to do today. Maybe you can come back another time. They smile and nod, accepting your response. Slowly they turn and start to leave. Wait, you say. Who are you? Again, they don't say anything. They just look at you and smile again. There's warmth, but also yearning in their eyes. Something enigmatic, a question, a mystery, a longing. They begin to walk away. You're about to shut the door, but something won't let you. Instead, you reach for your jacket and close the door behind you as you start to follow them. What am I doing? You think to yourself. But you keep moving. Something inside you is saying yes. You follow the mysterious figure. They're moving slowly and deliberately, with rhythm, flow, a gentle spring in their step. After a while, they reach a gate and open it. It reveals a pathway behind it. You feel like you know it, but you don't remember ever going down it before. You walk towards it, accepting the implicit invitation. Before long, you come to a fork in the path, a clearing with many possible directions to choose from, but there's one that really stands out to you. You know this. You've been down here before. No way, it's me, you say as you walk past the mysterious figure and enter the corridor. It's an avenue of you, of your life, a gallery of your experiences, a cabinet of your accomplishments. You recognize these memories, these stories. As you walk past each one, you want to touch them, to feel them again. They seem so close, yet they're distant, displayed behind glass, out of reach. You listen closely. You can hear the sound of muffled voices coming from behind the glass. Familiar messages that you recognize. Comments. Questions. As you hear them, your heart starts to become a little heavier. Questions, assumptions, judgments, critical comments, they continue as you go on through the corridor. They remind you of the lessons you've learned through life, how you came out stronger, more resilient, able to cope, and how it all worked out for the best in the end. But you're aware that something is missing. A feeling, any feeling, beyond the numbness that is growing more palpable with every step. You reach out again, wanting to touch these experiences, but the smooth glass prevents you from running your fingers over the jagged edges and rough, messy chaos. The glass is protecting you, keeping you safe, but it doesn't feel that way. It feels like nothing, like emptiness. You keep moving forward, talking about each experience as you go, trying to remember the stories, the achievements, the progress, the setbacks, the successes. The further you go, the harder it becomes to hold on to the memories. Everything feels faster, fleeting, fluid. One experience bleeds into the next, no pauses, no time to breathe. As you reach the end of the corridor, you stop. There's one final frame. You look into it. Oh look, you say, it's us here, right now. You turn to gauge the reaction of your new friend, but they're not there. They haven't been there for a while. You look back down along the corridor and see their silhouette about 3/4 of the way down. Your feet feel stuck, but after a moment you find the strength to get them moving. and you're able to make your way back towards the figure to check that they're okay. As you get closer, you can see that they're soaking wet and shivering. They're struggling for breath. And you notice fear, loneliness, and sadness in their eyes. They're trying to keep going. They're trying to get to you, but they can't. The voice in the frame beside them is repeating something. A line you recognize. A line you remember. A painful comment that you vowed you never wanted to hear again. It's okay, you say, as you put a supportive arm around their shoulder. Let's get back to the clearing. There was a bench there where you can sit down and let the sun warm you up. They look at you with big, teary eyes. There is gratitude in them. There is helplessness. The rhythm, flow, and spring in their step seems to have gone. And that's when the penny drops. You suddenly know why they're so familiar. It's you. The part of you that got left behind beneath the cold bucket of water. The part of you that you vowed to protect. You get to the bench and sit there side by side, silently for a while. Time passes. You don't have a sense of how long. Can we go that way? They say, quietly through still chattering teeth, pointing to the entrance to a forest. I think I'd like it in there. You nod and smile reassuringly, and then follow them into the wood. The sun sends light bouncing, fizzing, sparkling between gaps in the branches and leaves. It's been a while, but you realise that you know this place too. It expands out into a vast room full of secret passageways, trapdoors and vibrant canopies. There are objects covered by sheets and heavy blankets, and you follow the figure who is removing them one by one to reveal old toys, places you used to explore, games you once played. What can you see? What can you hear? I remember that, you exclaim with excitement and awe, as they unveil a memory of a time you lost hours in flow as a child. The figure takes you by the hand and runs towards something that catches their attention. What are they showing you? Look closer. What is happening? What's the story here? As you continue to look around and explore, you realise that you can see many of the stories, experiences and memories that were behind glass along the corridor. Those memories look different from this angle, and they're no longer protected. They're exposed, vulnerable. You can pick them up, touch them, feel them, truly see them. Though they are fragile, they seem lighter here, stronger. You spend a long time delighting in this magical world, surrounded by the mystery, the creativity, the curiosity, and play. Something is coming to life in you. Something is unfurling in you. Something is opening up in you. After hours of exploration, you reach the other end of the forest and come to a doorway. It dawns on you that the figure is no longer with you. Did they get stuck again? You turn to look back, to survey the landscape for where they might be. As you move your head, you catch a glimpse of another frame. "Oh, there you are," you say as you see them smiling at you from within it. You lock eyes, a soft and knowing gaze, the same kind of soft and knowing gaze that greeted you at the door this morning. They are looking right into you again. You feel safe. You feel seen. You feel alive. Ready to leave, you ask as you reach for the door. Only you notice the words are spoken by the figure in the frame. You reach out to touch the glass, where your fingers are met by their fingers. The glass is a mirror. The eyes you are looking at are yours. What can you see? What can you feel? What is coming to life in you? You've come home.